Pattern Boldness.
Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face, brush off the clouds and cheer up, put on a happy face, take off that gloomy mask of tragedy, it's not your style, you'll feel so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook, stick out that noble chin, wipe off that full of doubt look, slap on a happy grin, and spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Hi everyone, and welcome to my Sunday Sewing Week in Review. It's Sunday morning, it's actually like 9:30, but I thought I'd get an early start. So I've had a really productive sewing week. I got a lot done, and I'm really excited about plans I have for the weeks to come. Too much? Yeah, maybe. So, as you guys probably know, excuse me, this week I modeled this jacket and matching pants on the Mood Sewing Network, and I really love it. A couple of people commented on how crisp the button placket and collar and cuffs are. I actually used one of the stiffer interfacings from, I think it's called Shirt Crisp, from Fashion Sewing Supply. And, you know, when I first applied it, I thought, oh gosh, maybe this is just too crisp. But because the linen is so soft, it's a cotton linen blend, the contrast between the very stiff plackets and collar and cuffs and waistband and the soft linen is great, because the left alone, it's very kind of blousy, drapey. So this jacket, matching pants. I also made, dun, da, 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 on Monday, these linen shorts. This is from this John White's pattern I showed you a while back. And yeah, I'm embarrassed to admit that I have worn these shorts every single day this week. Those aren't the only pants I've worn, but I've managed to wear them every day because they're so comfortable. And I actually may make another pair using this white linen remnant, although I'm not sure how practical white shorts are going to be. So, as I mentioned, let me take this off. So, as I mentioned the other day, yesterday actually, I was at the flea market and I found some really great vintage, or at least vintage style rayon. I think it's a rayon crepe. Isn't this great? So, I'm going to make an outfit for Kathy, and this is the pattern I'm thinking of using. It's just a very simple, early 40s dress, simple skirt and top. There's a little top stitching detail there. I think it's really pretty. And I have about 2.5 yards of this, but it's 60 inches wide. There are a few small tears in the fabric, so I'm hoping that I can just cut around those. Oh, I also got this. This is like a poly twill. It's about 1.5 yards, but it's really pretty. You know, it could be lots of different things. What else? So, I decided that my next mood project is going to be, I am going to make these coveralls. I saw a photograph of an Hermes men's jumpsuit from, I think, the spring of last year. And I love the way it was styled. It has short sleeves, very slim. And I bought this fabric. I don't think this really is going to come across on the video, but it's a coated cotton. It sort of has It almost feels like very soft chintz. So it's slightly, it has almost like a pearl-like luster, but it's cotton, it's very soft, and I think that's what I'm going to use. So what else? Well, let me tell you about a few of the other things that have been going on this week. I went to the flea market, of course, saw all kinds of stuff, like these little girls' Capezio tap shoes, this wonderful old photograph, I think from the 1920s class photo. Remember this 1980s poster, Poverty Sucks? Who buys these rusty cast iron pots? I wouldn't. Found some great patterns, as you know, this beautiful Vogue and this lovely Butterick women's blouse pattern. Now, we belong to a CSA, which is community-supported agriculture. We get local farm produce, so we've been eating a lot of salads. So that's about it. I had a really funny experience yesterday. I was walking with a friend of mine locally. Actually, we're going to the High Line, and two women approach, and one of the women says, "Hey, aren't you Peter Lappin from, don't you write Male Pattern Boldness?" I said, "Well, yes." And she said, "Oh, well, I read your blog every day. I just read it this morning. I really love it." And so I asked her name. Her name is Emma. She's in New York City this weekend visiting from Boston. So a shout out to Emma. It's always fun to get, she said, "Oh, this is so random." So that's always, I mean, that doesn't happen very often, but occasionally I do get recognized. Once doing a Kathy photo shoot, and a couple of times in the garment district, especially if I'm at Mood. People tend to make the association and recognize me sometimes, which is fun. It doesn't happen often. And so I think that's it. Excuse me, I want to thank all of you for tuning in, as always. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them either on YouTube or on my blog. And have a great week, everybody. And as always, happy sewing! The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, "Oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away."